this mistake so many times. I don't believe in the right person, wrong time. So truly listen to your intuition. It led to a lot of heartbreak. We always compare our day 1 to someone's day 1000. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jisoo and I'm so happy that you're here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 10 mindsets that have been holding me back in 2023 and preventing me from leveling up into the best version of myself. These are mistakes that I've personally made and gone through, and lessons that I've learned and experienced, and that I do not want to bring with me into the new year. In 2024, I truly want to level up into the best version of myself. Some of my goals are to become a high value woman, to really embrace my femininity, to really embrace my passions and my dreams, and to really let go of all of the limiting beliefs that have been holding me back. If you also want to level up into the best version of yourself, subscribe and like this video so that you can join along with me and that we can level up together. There's a lot to cover, so let's get straight into it. Mindset number 1 to let go of is scarcity mindset. If you don't know what this is, scarcity is having the mindset that there is always a lack of something. You're always focused on what you don't have. You are always obsessing over what you lack. You always say, I don't have enough time. You have a lack mindset in terms of dating. So you say there's
no good men out there. All the good men are taken.
Or friendships, you tell yourself,
I'm never going to have that friend group because there's not enough good people to go around.
And what I'm trying to practice is having an abundance mindset. So an abundance mindset is truly believing that there is an infinite number of opportunities, of resources, of money, of time, of friends, of partners, of endless wonderful opportunities out there. So saying to yourself, there are endless amounts of good homes, of good men, of good friends, of good opportunities. I have plenty of time to achieve my dreams. I have plenty of time to do all the things that I want to do. It's truly being optimistic about the future and seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. And I really believe that a lot of us have been stuck in a scarcity mindset. A lot of insecurity stem from a place of lack. Do you truly believe that there are good opportunities in front of you? Some of the signs that you have a scarcity mindset is that you're afraid of competition, you're scared of taking risks, you feel like there's never enough, and you're scared about the future. Versus an abundance mindset, you embrace risks, you embrace competition because you know there's plenty to go around, and competition brings out that healthy drive in you rather than fear. Some things that I'm going to be practicing is surrounding myself with other grateful, wonderful, positive people who also have an abundance mindset, and to practice daily gratitude, to being grateful for what you have because you know that more is to come. Mistake number 2 is believing that when you start something, whether that be a passion project, a hobby, a healthy habit, is expecting for things to go completely smoothly without any bumps and expecting immediate results and quick success. Overnight success is a lie. It will never, ever happen. And once you accept that reality and stop believing that when you go after things that
everything will be perfect, that there are never going to be any bumps in the road.
When you do hit some setback, are you throwing in the towel because you expect things to go exactly your way? And if it doesn't go exactly your way, then you just give up. For example, let's say you're on your healthy wellness journey, right? And you're continuing to work out in the gym to eat healthy, but it doesn't happen within a week or within 2 weeks. Do you throw in the towel because you expect things to happen immediately? Or do you be realistic with yourself and realize that this is a lifestyle, that this is going to take months or even years to change and undo the 10 plus years of unhealthy eating or 5 plus years of not working out? We always compare ourselves, our chapter 1, our beginning, our very first word in our book to the last page of someone's. We always compare our day 1 to someone's day 1000, and we expect us to go from day 0 to day 1000 overnight like that. And we expect it to be so smooth sailing, but we need to embrace and we need to accept, and we also need to be willing to go through the hardships, to go through setbacks, to realize that there are going to be bumps, to embrace them and expect them. You have to expect life to be bumpy. It's not just going to be smooth sailing. It's going to be rocky and crazy. You're going to have twists and turns, and you're going to have multiple surprises that are going to grow you into a better person. Instead of expecting things to be effortless in the beginning, you need to expect resistance, because you are building a new habit and you are building a new muscle that is uncomfortable. I want to also give some examples of other people who have been successful but have met so much resistance. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter, is obviously one of the most famous authors of all times, but she was actually a newly divorced single parent. She was broke and she was rejected from multiple publishers who truly didn't believe in her vision of Harry Potter. She just gave up in the beginning and told herself that if I was meant to be an author, then it would be smooth sailing. She would not have created Harry Potter. Another example is Oprah. She is a billionaire with her own TV channel, but for her first job, she was actually fired as a TV anchor. But if she let that affect her and say, okay, I was fired from this job, I guess I'm just not meant to do this TV thing, we would not have the Oprah that we love today. So I'm just telling you that when you are met with resistance, when you are met with no's, when you are met with failures, to never, ever, ever give up, because you're actually trying to go after your passions and your dreams. There's just so many people who are complacent in life and who are even afraid to start. Number 3 is ignoring our intuition. I deeply believe that a woman's intuition is so spot on. My intuition has never, ever, ever misguided me and been wrong. I really started to notice that every time I went against my intuition and my gut deep feeling, it was always wrong in the end. A lot of the times our intuition is right. And the more that I connect with God, the more that the Holy Spirit speaks to me. So truly listen to your intuition. Stop double guessing yourself. Stop asking for multiple people's opinions. For example, asking your friend which picture to post on Instagram instead of choosing number 2, even though your friends and family said number 1. That's an example of just going with your gut intuition of what you want. I think at the end of the day, we really know what we have to do, whether that be walking away from a certain career, walking away from certain friendships. Mistake number 4 is wanting people to change and not accepting them for exactly who they are in this present moment. My gosh, I have made this mistake so many times, especially when I am dating. I have a wonderful gift of seeing the best in people, and I think that's one of my greatest gifts, is being able to encourage other people to really being a positive light, because I can look at someone and not even be that close, but within the first few minutes of talking to them, I can see their highest potential. I can see the best in them, and I love that about myself, but that's also to a default, because I think that if they can change this one thing about themselves, then they can be so much better. But what I've had to realize is truly accepting people for who they are in this present moment and not expecting them to change at all, because change is up to that person. Change is so individual to themselves. You can never, ever, ever change anyone without them wanting to change themselves first. It has to come internal and it has to be on their accord. For example, the people in my life right now, I look at them for who they are right now, their flaws and all. We are not perfect by any means, but my best friends, I love them for who they are in this present moment. You should not expect to change other people. Instead of fantasizing about people's potential, truly just trusting and accepting them for who they are and believing what people give you in this present moment instead of believing a future thing that could never happen. I don't believe in the right person, wrong time. They are not the right person for you in this time. They are the wrong person for you in this time. So it is never right person, wrong timing. They are the wrong person for you at this time. They could be the right person for you at a different time, and that's for a different situation. But in this moment, people may not be meant for you because who they are right now in this stage of their lives is not aligning with who you need to be and where you need to go. Mindset number 5 that I'm letting go of is not being able to let go of people, of situations, things, especially as someone who has an anxious attachment style and fears abandonment. I fear letting people go and come. And I've definitely made this mistake this year where I've begged certain people to be my friend. I have begged them, I have texted them, I've pleaded with them, I have berated my self-thought over and over again. What did I do wrong? Is there something that I could have changed about myself? Questioning my self-worth and not letting them walk away, because maybe by me begging them to stay in my life, I'm not leaving room for a new person who's actually going to help me level up into a better version of myself to enter in. But I'm actually hurting myself more by gripping onto them instead of letting go. We want to receive, but how can we receive if we're grasping onto things? And what I've had to learn is to let go and always have an open hand of receiving, and that means letting things come and go as they want. An analogy I like to say is think about the waves on the ocean. For me, the ocean is my safe space, and it's truly one of the happiest places on earth for me. Recently, I came to a realization that I need to let people, situations, circumstances, life forces come and go like waves. Just like waves naturally come to the shore and then they recess back, and that is the beauty of the ocean, right? And that's how I need to let go of situations, of things, or people, and truly embrace and go with the flow of how life is coming and going. A phrase that I'm really trying to embrace is that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Some people come into your life for a temporary season, something because they're your work buddies, they're your college buddies, they're your high school buddies, but it's that specific season in your life. Some people come into your life for a reason to test your patience, to test your faith, to test your integrity, to test your character, to test your ability to heal and to grow. Some people are meant to teach you things, and for that reason alone. And some people are here for a lifetime. Some people are going to be your ride or die forever. They're going to be with your life for 10, 20, 30, 40 plus years. And that is a beautiful thing. Respect and cherish those relationships in your life. Mindset number 6 is just because you have access to something or just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. There's a really amazing Bible verse that encompasses this, and I want to read it to you. You say, I am allowed to do anything, but not everything is good for you. You say, I am allowed to do anything, but not everything is beneficial. I think that's such a wise Bible verse because not everything is good for your soul. Not everything is beneficial. And just because you have access to it does not mean that you should actually be doing those things. I'm just going to be honest. In this summer, I had an explosive amount of access to exclusive events, parties, to a lot of situations that just because I had access to, I wanted to try them and I wanted to experience them. And it led to a lot of heartbreak, me sacrificing and lowering my standards, my values, compromising my integrity and my faith, being in situations that I shouldn't have been in, being with people that I shouldn't have been with, being at a time and a place that I should not have gone to. And I have to face the reality of the consequences that I've made, temptations from experiences that I've allowed myself to be exposed to, and that has really hurt my spirit and hurt my soul. This world will try to confuse you and make you believe that all of the superficial things in this world, like money, fame, flashy things in your life, a lot of these things I've had access to, and it makes me numb on the inside because I'm trying to seek validation and love from material and worldly things instead of seeking it from the source who is God. Instead of going after Jesus, who is the only one that can give me the unconditional love that I'm craving for. You could be looking out into the world and thinking, maybe I should try this, maybe I should try that, just because it looks so enticing, it looks so alluring, and other people are doing it. But just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean that it's good for you. Number 7 is the who am I mentality. Stop using your own insecurities to minimize your dreams and your aspirations. Stop using your limitations to be an excuse as to why you're not living the life that you've always dreamed of. In the Bible, it says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Instead of asking yourself, who am I? Ask yourself, who is God? Focus on the creator of the universe, the one who can do anything, the one who can work miracles in you and through you. And when I stopped looking at myself and thinking, who am I to accomplish all these things? Who am I? Because I am nothing. When I am weak, he is strong. Because when I am weak, I am fully dependent on God to do the incredible things in my life. Number 8 is compromising your integrity, your morals, and your values for the sake of hurrying up the process because it's not happening the way you want. If there's any shortcut you want to take, if you're in grad school and you're thinking about cheating on a test, if you are at work and you're thinking of, lying or smidging certain things about yourself in order to look better, trust me, just be honest with who you are, because that will also help you hustle and work harder on improving who you are. There's 2 really awesome Bible verses that I want to share that really encompass this mindset, and it is, an inheritance quickly gained at the beginning won't be a blessing at the end. The plans of the diligent surely lead to profit, and everyone who is hasty surely rushes to poverty. Do not rush things in the beginning. Don't try to rush the process. Don't try to manipulate things so that you look better. Be honest with yourself and be honest with your progress in this moment, and trust me, it will be so worth it in the end. Number 9 is expecting to be at a certain place in your life because you're a certain age. When I was 16, I thought by 24 that I would have my stuff together, and a lot of the times we're unhappy because we think we need to accomplish something at a certain age, and if we don't, then it doesn't matter. We aren't able to be patient and open-minded to different life opportunities, to different paths in life, of different possibilities, because we're so hung up and stressed about this certain timeline that we have. So even if I got my dream job or my dream career or moved out, if I tell myself in my head that I have to do these things by the age of 27 or else I'm a failure, even if I get all those things by the age of 28, I'm not going to be happy and satisfied because I had a certain timeline of where I wanted to go. I think a lot of us make this mistake and we compare ourselves to other people. We compare ourselves to people online and think, oh my gosh, she's the same age as me, but she has this or that. Or some people are thinking they're getting married, they're having babies, they're moving out, they're getting their own car, they're moving out into this place. Everyone just needs to relax and realize that there is no timeline. No one is ever behind. Everyone is always in their own lane. No one is racing and competing against anyone else. Everyone has their own timeline. Everyone has their own process, their own growth, and we need to stop comparing ourselves to other people's timeline. Let go of the timeline and realize that things will happen in God's timing, His perfect timing, and to truly learn how to be content, to be happy, and to be grateful for this season of your life, because I know that what you have, who you are, and where you are at in this point in your life, you've been praying for in a past version of yourself, whether that be getting into that school that you've been praying for, having the friends that you've prayed for, having the relationship with your parents that you prayed for, having even the clothes that you prayed for, having the makeup that you've wanted, all of these little tiny things that you've been praying for. Maybe it's just even peace of mind that you've been praying for. There's so many beautiful things in life that you've been praying for that you have right now that you're not being grateful for because you are so obsessed with this next thing, with this next timeline. And that is what I want to let go of, is having my own timeline and truly trusting in God's timing. Okay, I need to hurry up because the rain is getting really intense and I hope that it's not bothering you. But the last mindset shift that we need to have and that we are not carrying on in 2024 is having low standards and low self-worth. One of my favorite YouTubers is Breenie Lee. You guys should check her out, but she's absolutely amazing. And one of her most famous quotes and sayings is, know your worth and add tax, which is so genius because yes, if the government expects you to pay tax, know your own self-worth and add tax on top of that, and stop expecting the bare minimum from men, from friends, from your life, from your career, from work, from anything in general. Set your standards high for yourself, for your career, for your life. Stop letting people walk all over you. Learn how to say no, stick up for yourself, set boundaries so that you can show up as the best version of yourself. Do not feel the obligation to respond to that person immediately. Allow yourself to do things at your own pace. Your energy, your presence is exclusive. Not everyone should have access and the privilege of being in your life. For me, setting high standards means setting standards for how I present myself to the world, making sure that I look presentable, knowing that I am worth the investment that I put in, eating healthy, moving my body, taking care of my mental health, because I value and I pride myself so much. I think the way that you present and carry yourself says a lot about how you view yourself. So in 2024, we're gonna know our worth and we're gonna add tax to that. So those are the 10 mindsets that I'm leaving behind in 2023 in order to level up into the highest, best, healthiest version of myself. If any of these mindset shifts helped you, please like and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below as to what mindset you are leaving behind in 2023 and what energy you are bringing into the new year. I'm sending you all of my love, all of my good energy, my positivity. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.